around to playing one of my favorite games, even though I don't play it too often. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Got the HD collection on the PS3. I tested out my copy of Subsistence on the PS2, and unfortunately it just seems a bit too blurry for me to play through the entire game, so I chose the HD edition here. But after I finish the game, I'll still go back and I'll load up my copy of Subsistence, and we can check out the Secret Theater videos, and we can check out the little Ape Escape mini game that they put in there. But anyway, let's get to it. This will be my first time capturing the PS3, so hopefully there's no issues. Anyway, let's get to it. This will be a kind of a story playthrough. Like I won't skip anything. I'll try a bunch of the codec calls, things like that. Won't be covering everything because I just don't know everything like a lot of people do. But we'll check out a bunch of stuff. And we'll just let the intro play all the way through.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you'll feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive. For the day we see new light, I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime,
Mm-hmm. That's so weird that that one line. Someday you'll feed on a tree frog. Like, what was the singer thinking when she had to sing that? So the intro screen is a little interesting because if you move the analog sticks like I'm doing now, you can change the color of the background. You can change what's the left do? Changing the angle. I know you can speed it up too. Oh, there it is. Yeah, if you hit R1, you can speed it up. You can slow it down. It's just interesting. And we'll just get right into it. Gonna play like MGS3, and that affects I believe it's camouflage. Like certain items are available depending on what you select. Like I think if you select I like Metal Gear Solid 2, it'll give you the Raiden mask or the Raiden camouflage for your face, I think. Anyway, we're just gonna go I like MGS3. I think that gives us what is it, the DPM Flectarn camouflages? I can't remember. Anyway, we're doing that. I've beaten hard in the past, and it's for confident players. I'm not too confident. It's been a year since I played on hard, so just gonna play on normal. Someday, oh, I don't know about European Extreme. Game ends when being seen by enemy. Yikes. I think you can still save though in that game. I don't know, someday, European Extreme. But for now, just normal. What's it say for easy though? For non-action experts. For non-experts. Alright. Anyway, normal. And that gives us a few extra items, but I don't use them generally.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
And I'll try to shut up during the cutscenes.
Altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Sunrise.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout model.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB-754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handed him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us. Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talent?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
anime pose.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No. There's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Let's go get our backpack. Okay, well, let's see here. Get our bearings. Let's see here. So I think they give us a calorie mate to start with. I don't think they give you anything in the harder missions. Can I even... What is it? Balanced food. Alright, so you can kind of see like animals down there. Kill them for food. Is that a frog? Feed on a tree frog. There you go. See if you can stab that thing. Give me some frog fixins. Backpack is over here. One of the things I like, I'm remembering when I was playing Metal Gear Solid 4, I was just disappointed that there weren't as many codec calls compared to the prior games. That's what I like about here. Also glad here that they got rid of the pull-ups. compared to Metal Gear Solid 2 where you had to do that to increase your grip strength. Also, how the hell did that backpack even get on there? It's like it was tied on his way down.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She?
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top-secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top-secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Alright, well, finally getting back into it. Yeah, all sorts of bugs everywhere. We can eat. Now we can use our camouflage. Wish there was a way to like mark certain camouflages as your favorites and do a quick change so you don't have to keep going back to the menu. But anyway, let's see what we got. So I have these standard ones here. And I think these two or these three at the bottom maybe the ones available like during normal difficulty, or maybe it's the I like MGS3. I can't remember, but I mean they're pretty good. I think the Flectarn actually restores your battery once you've got things that use battery, but anyway, I think it doesn't matter too much as long as you're like not wildly off, like using this squares camouflage. Probably gonna do all right. So uniform and then face. We'll just go woodland for now, and then I guess we get that ride mask anyway. And there's some others. There's all sorts of camos that we can pick up through the game. So I could have started with a game that I already completed to have these additional camos, but we're just kind of starting from scratch. So yeah, we'll just go woodland, DPM. That should get us through I think all the jungle areas. Oh, also I wanted to go back to backpack and change what we've got here. So directional mic, I know that's useful for like if you wanted to hear conversations, but or like hear where animals are, I guess. I'm not going to use it though, so I just want to get rid of that. Get rid of some other things that we've got here. The AP sensor is the anti-personnel sensor. I think it's supposed to vibrate the controller when you're close to an enemy, and this is only available, I think, up through normal difficulty. We don't need it. Active sonar, just, well, sonar, so anything that's making noise will pop up on this little sonar thing. Motion detector, about as useful, I would I would say maybe it's the active sonar. Like both of them will have both enemies and animals pop up there. Not really gonna use it. Also probably not gonna use binoculars. I'm just doing this to clear out my menu here. Unfortunately, can't be using my cigar because it lowers the health. I think it probably does it make you more. Doesn't lower your camouflage. Just makes you look cool. Well, except for that stance. Like, I wonder if they say anything. So, I wonder if paramedic says anything about you smoking.
I see you've caught a tree frog. The tree frog is a green frog that's found throughout Asia. It's arboreal, spending most of its time in shrubs and bushes. Use the tranquilizer gun to catch one alive. I bet you could scare an enemy good if you tossed one at him. But the tree frogs that live in that jungle are a lot bigger than ordinary tree frogs.
They've got an appetite, huh?
You've got a one-track mind, don't you? But seriously, that is one theory. However, there are people who think it's a mutation caused by nuclear testing and waste from the research facility.
Do you think they're safe to eat?
Is that all you ever think about?
What else is there?
Lots.
Like what?
Like why a frog would get so big in the first place. Whether it's a temporary phenomenon created by a unique environment, or a permanent mark of evolution, or a product of the toxic waste coming out of the research facility. If it is the waste that's causing it, then it means humans are interfering with the ecosystem. It really makes you think about the changing relationship between...
This isn't interesting.
Oh, fine. Be that way.
So, how about it?
You mean, is it edible?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's probably okay.
Probably.
I don't know. The guide doesn't say anything.
Pretty useless guide, if you ask me.
Well, try one for dinner and you can help improve it.
Actually want to save my game quick.
Saving the game, Snake?
If I remember right, paramedic gives like talks about old movies after you save your game. Just do a new file. Alright.
Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla, King of Monsters?
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version, too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America, too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course! Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
I'm still smoking. Let's see what she has to say. Also, I think the beginning, like before I started the game, you could see a thing called Demo Theater. where you could play through every single cutscene in the game. And I actually used to do that every once in a while on my PS2. I'd just fall asleep to that, and that was before Twitch days. And it was 5 hours long, 5 hours of cutscenes. And I don't think it included most of what you're hearing here. So, guess what I like about this game is I don't have to do as much talking, or at least I get some big breaks in between. Let's see if we can get her to talk about my smoking habits.
That area is home to the reticulated python. The reticulated python is said to be the longest snake in the world. The biggest ones can grow up to 10 meters in length. Although they're not poisonous, they're still very dangerous, so be careful around them. They have a highly ferocious temperament, and they can swallow whole, even large animals like deer and pigs. Their most distinguishing feature is the mesh pattern of their scales. This pattern acts as a highly effective natural camouflage. If you think there might be a reticulated python about, pay close attention to your surroundings. Otherwise, you could get bitten before you even know it's there. It's a huge snake, but you should be able to capture it alive by using the tranquilizer gun. I'll bet if you capture one and throw it at an enemy, it'll give him a good scare.
Right. But how do they taste?
Huh?
Do they taste good?
You're actually going to eat one.
Why else would I be asking?
Cannibal.
What was that?
Nothing. Let's see what the guide says. Ah, you're in luck. It says they taste pretty good.
Good. I can hardly wait.
Ugh.
Yeah, so any one of these calls that are repeating, I'll skip through, but I do want to get through as many unique ones as I can.
Snake,
What?
are you smoking a cigarette?
Nope.
Yes, you are.
It's not a cigarette. It's a cigar.
Same thing.
Not at all. In fact, there's a world of difference. There's nothing quite like the rich smell and mellow flavor of a cigar. And that thick, luxurious smoke is almost sensual when it...
Yeah, whatever. You know something?
Probably not, but I don't want to hear it.
Well, you don't have a choice. Cigarettes are bad for you.
It's not a cigarette. It's a...
Quiet, you. Smoking is bad for you. In a recent study, scientists found that tobacco smoke is full of carcinogenic substances, like nitrosamines. You know what that means? It means you're going to give yourself lung cancer if you keep on smoking.
But that's just what some scientists think, right?
Oh, give me a break.
I heard it was just a bunch of hoo-ha.
Do you really believe that?
Sure.
God, you're gullible. You ought to read this year's report from the Surgeon General. It proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that smoking causes lung cancer. Pretty soon the whole world will know that smoking is bad for you. Better quit now before it's too late.
But...
And don't tell me cigar smoke is harmless because it doesn't go down into your lungs. It just means the cancer shows up in a different place. Got it?
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'll just go check out one more call here from the boss, then we'll start moving forward.
Camouflage is an indispensable tool when you're sneaking through the jungle. To use camouflage, first press the Start button to go to the Survival viewer. Then select Camouflage and press the Enter button. Select Uniform to select Battle Fatigues, and Face to select Face Paint. Choose battle fatigues that match the surrounding environment. The most effective camouflage is attained by selecting fatigues that blend in with the environment. Camouflage patterns that stand out in your surroundings will attract attention.
I heard that was just a bunch of hoo-ha. Let's see here. It's got our gun, and we're gonna try to go non-lethal as much as we can. At least for the bosses, so we can get the special items that they drop. So drink gun, blah, blah, blah. Knife, blah, blah, blah. Alright. Did all this talking, I forget where I am. I think we're going the right way. Okay. So green. And my camo changes depending on how fast or slow I'm going. I blend in pretty well, 90%. I think you're completely invisible to the enemy if it hits 100%, but the only way I know of to hit 100% without using the stealth module is the moss camo you get later on in the game. And that's only in certain areas. So what do we got? We got some Crocs. And so a lot of animals, if you put them to sleep, you can just walk over them and hold them in your inventory. These guys, I think you can put them to sleep, but you can't fit a Croc in your pocket, unfortunately. Forget what this is over here. I bet it's some useless item. I don't even know if... Does it say on the outside of the boxes when you zoom in what they are? No? Maybe on top. Like you can catch all sorts of like birds and stuff. You can eat bird. I think these Crocs are pretty docile too. Also, let's go ahead and take the suppressor off. If I remember right, there's no enemies in this area, but like we'll just shoot one, shoot two, and depending on the suppressor back on. Oh wait, let's see if I can get through it before the mud claims my body. Got poopy pants now. Uh-oh. Oh shit. Whoops. Okay, so we got a suppressor, so that was worth it. That was worth it. We won't go for like getting all the items here. There's probably going to be some things I missed during this playthrough. But this will probably be a game that I come back to later. I think like I said before, I do eventually want to try out that European Extreme. Also, you can see my health regenerates over time. I think the speed depends on my level of stamina, which is the bar right below, broken up into 4 parts. Poopy pants. Okay.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. You can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings
She
will
already
help you
told me
conceal
this.
yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the Camo Index. The Camo Index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you can see way up ahead, there's this... Got this guy here, and he's coming our way. You can shoot out the radio so he doesn't call for backup. But I'm just gonna... Oh. I'm just gonna beat him in the head with my gun here. Alright. Here we go. And then, we can just drag his ass off into the grass, because I think there's another enemy up ahead. And when you pick him up and drop him, you can get... So I got some bullets here for my trank gun. Just pick them up a few times, you can get some extra stuff. Stun grenade. I think when they come, I forget, like, sometimes when they come to, they'll call for backup immediately. This thing's hollow, we'll go through here. Get some bug juice. But here, like, depending on the difficulty, I think the difficulty affects how long they're knocked out. And I know playing through hard, they're knocked out for quite a bit less time compared to normal. Normal, very lenient. I forget how many minutes, like 3? I'm not gonna stick around and test it out. Let's see. Just want to go back here though, because I think we can check out the map. And the map's one of those kinds that kind of, you know, got that fog of war till you get into that area. Here's kind of this dead end, but I'm thinking there's maybe something back here. There we go. What is that? Sniper rifle. Which we probably won't use going non-lethal. Also, very loud. Probably during one of my... Ooh, look at that big old snake. We can catch that. Catch that alive. You can see it's actually in a cage. You can see it's just sleeping. Yeah, we'll go Rambo style on one of these playthroughs, but so like backpack. What do we got? Food. So you can see, I think, yeah, we've got three cages, and then I don't know if it's an unlimited backpack size aside from that. So in the cage, the animal's still alive. If you get it dead, like this frog here, and you leave it for too long, they can start rotting in your inventory. And I think it makes snake throw up and lose stamina. But yeah, pretty lenient. in normal mode. You see that got this other guy up here. It's kind of, I mean, here's, so I keep screwing up when I'm standing up. So I hit the X button here, and I'm crouched. I would expect to hit the X button again, maybe in drop again, but I have to move forward to drop like this. Many a time, I have actually accidentally stood up instead of hitting the ground like I intended. Where is that guy? Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's like, I'm right there. They can't see me. That's fine. And there's this guy here in the background, too. Yep, just pick him up, put him down, get some grenades. Grenades always nice. And we'll just, yeah, we're not. I'm not expert enough to go just running past all these guards. Oh God. Without getting caught, and I don't want to get caught too often. I'm not really aiming for a certain code name at the end of the game, just stressful. Alright, so let's see. I'm hearing birds. Is this another hollow log? Oh. Okay. Teabag action. Grenade. Some more bullets. Or ammunition. Ooh! Thermal goggles. I wonder if that's the only time you can get that in the game. Because that's so nice. Visualizes heat source distribution. Allows one to see in the dark. And consumes battery power while used. And I think battery power is restored when an item is not being used. Like restored by your body. I think it's just restored by time. I don't think you have to move. Not quite sure though, but like here's what's nice about this. Or I guess I'll equip it first. But it almost feels like cheating. Almost, especially when you get the wait, hold on. Yeah, that. It is just wild how much this can help you later on in the game. Especially for some of the boss fights where it's kind of difficult to see the bosses sometimes. Now here we're in bright daylight, so it's definitely when it comes to like darker areas. Or like, I guess when there's more difference between the background and enemies, it's easier to see them. But I mean, they stand out pretty easy. You know, here's one guy here, here's one guy here. So if you had trouble seeing these guys, because they do blend in pretty well with the background here, you can just equip the thermal goggle. So that easily missable. If you don't go crawling through all these logs here. That classic snake smile. What's cool about the game, you can interact so much with the environment. So what he spotted here, you can barely see it off in the distance, is this bee's nest, or hornet's nest. So I shot it. You see the guy He's running away. There he goes. And you see the other guys taking off there in the distance too. They don't want anything to do with those beasts. So we gotta shit. Oh shit. Oh please. How do I get up? Is it triangle? Oh thank Christ. I remember one time I hit the wrong button, and you can imagine how that turned out. Now I want to be kind of careful around here. Those guys will come back. And there's a kind of a hidden area down here. We'll check out. Yeah, any of these long boxes, you can see the first one there, I think have equipment. So XM16E1. Semi-auto rifle, I guess. Now all those soldiers should be coming back sometime soon. I'm hoping I won't run into them. But I bet I will. I think in the past I've had them spawn like right when I was here. Ooh. I got lucky.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
Okay. So this is our mission objective here, to get into there. I know you can. You can sneak into here without taking out any of the soldiers. Because it's just a little further into there, and I think a cutscene starts after you get into that area, so as long as I'm not caught, should be no problem. Now there's a lot of soldiers around, and I actually want to check out the area for any kind of items. Yeah, there are certain items that are just going to be missable if I don't get them. I'm not sure how many items are available later on, like the thermal goggles. I think those may be available later on if you miss them, because they make such a huge difference. Let's see here. Got this guy. Like I said, I forget how many soldiers there are in the area. I kind of just want to knock them out and leisurely check out the area. There's one guy in here. I want to get this guy out of the way. Sometimes it's spooky when the grass moves because of the bugs and whatnot. Well, I guess we'll just chaff grenade. You can kind of see my stamina dropping slightly. I want to eat that tree frog later on. We got a suppressor for that gun that we picked up a little while back. I wish I could crouch like down here and still move. But it won't let me. Let's see here. So there's that one other guy in there. Oh shit. Yeah, who? What's that? What's that man crouched over there in the grass? I think there's actually a lot of... Oh, shit. Hello? Shit. Let me... Yeah, so I think it's this... I think there's a guy up here. And that's probably what got me. Like, I can go under here. I think there's rats under here. For food. Rats and snakes and... We can get that. Get a little snake for later, maybe. Get some good fixins'. I don't think there's... Let's check around for items. I actually want to... Okay, so there's like... there's at least one soldier messing around out here. And I think, like I said, I think it's one on the roof. I don't want to get caught, but I don't care too much. Jeez. What? Is it? He must be up there. He must be up there. Oh shit. Or maybe he's like right behind me looking at me? Like a weirdo? I guess that was it. Now I still think there's one guy up above, but... And I don't want to take too much time. And I was looking around the side because I thought... Let's see here. I thought there was this... a different face. Shit. There's this guy here. Hello. It's so weird when they look right at you. And you're like, oh boy. It's go time. But then they just walk away. So I think that was the guy that we first knocked out. So we gotta get on the move here. Yeah, we'll just get this going.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of Gru. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the Gru. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America is truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts?
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
No one spotted me.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Weak signal. Peaky. What is he doing?
Freeze!
So this is the legendary boss.
Huh?
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz. Huh. What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
GRU operatives!
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Major!
Leave it! Shoot the other one!
Whoa!
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do, but testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Huh? Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Okay. Now, I don't think these guys ever wake up. Maybe they do. I can see some are knocked out. Wonder if I can pick them up, get some looty bagooty off of them. No. I don't think anyone is conscious except for me in this area. I think actually there's nothing going on under here, right? See a bunch of dead dudes. I think we actually stopped by this place later in the game, and that is where I get the, there'd be an item here. Face camouflage. Anything up here? Before we take off. No. Except this bird. Oh shit. Oh, surprised we didn't get injured. Let me just go through a few codec calls. We'll save first.
Do you want to save?
Yes. And get some movie facts.
Snake, do you know the creature from the Black Lagoon?
Nope, never heard of it.
These scientists are investigating a place deep in the Amazon called the Black Lagoon, and they get picked off one after the other by this fishman thing. And there was this scene when the heroine is going for a swim, and the creature sneaks up on her from underwater. Oh, I thought my heart was going to stop. I mean, of course, the 3D effects in It Came from Outer Space were a lot more intense, but...
It wouldn't be referring to you coming from outer space, would it?
How rude! Why do you say that?
Because no one on Earth could be as charming as you.
Fine. I'll just get to the point, Snake. Be careful of what's around you when you're in the water. Just imagining you swimming in those jungle rivers makes me think of you being attacked by a fishman.
I appreciate the concern.
Fishmen aren't the only things that'll attack you in the water. Really be careful out there.
Okay.
And don't be attacking any pretty girls going for a swim, either.
Are you calling me a fishman?
You started it.
I don't think the boss talks to us anymore. Makes me sad. Let's see what paramedic has anything new to say.
I see you've got yourself a Baltic hornet's nest. Baltic hornets are a variety of hornets that inhabit that area. The difference between them and other hornets is that they produce honey in their nests. Inside the nests are larvae, pupa, and adults. You can eat them all. In particular, the honey you find inside the nest is delicious and full of nutrients. It's easy to digest and helps pep you up when you're feeling tired. In short, it's the perfect survival food. Honey can also be used as a burn ointment. When honey is applied to a burn, it creates a protective coating over the skin. When you knock down a hornet's nest, a burn ointment will appear along with it, so don't forget to pick it up. Of course, the hornets aren't going to give up their nest without a fight. If you knock a nest down, a large swarm of hornets will come flying out, so be careful.
Yeah, we'll just go one more.
By the way, Snake,
What?
what was that little lecture back there?
Lecture?
You were instructing the GRU commander, weren't you? Something about the first round or his hand?
Yeah.
What was that supposed to mean?
Well, whenever he put a new clip in his gun, he'd always load the first round by hand, whether there was a round left in the chamber or not. It's a technique they teach in the Middle East. By making sure there's always a round in the chamber, you eliminate the risk of pulling the trigger with nothing to fire. He must have heard about it from someone or read it somewhere. In any case, he probably wanted to try it out for himself. And he was obviously motivated by vanity to show off his new technique. That's when you make mistakes. The battlefield is an unforgiving place. The only techniques you can rely on are the ones you've mastered through experience and practice.
Uh-huh. And what were you saying about him being more suited to revolvers?
When he fired, he was bending his elbow sharply to avoid the recoil. It looked like he wasn't aware he was doing it, but that habit can be either a fatal flaw or a gift.
What do you mean?
Automatic weapons use recoil to operate, so if you don't let the recoil hit you, it interferes with the operating cycle of the gun. Basically, he shouldn't be trying to avoid the impact like that. But with a revolver, there's no need to let the recoil hit you. Just the opposite. Avoiding the recoil lets you reduce the strain on your hand and arm. That kid might just be handy with a high-caliber revolver.
Handy? Are you listening to yourself?
What do you mean?
He's the enemy. Why are you giving him advice? Snake.
I don't know. For some reason, I couldn't help but point it out to him.
Snake, are you all right?
Yeah.
Let's see. I know I said just one more, but let's see what Major Tom has to say. Or Zero.
Snake, stay alert. The KGB and GRU both have their sights set on Sokolov. GRU is a military espionage outfit, the intelligence wing of the Soviet Defense Ministry's General Staff Office. It competes with the KGB, which is under the Ministry of Internal Affairs, and the two are always watching each other.
Never let the left hand know what the right hand is doing.
Exactly. Now, added to that rivalry, there's a vicious power struggle going on between the Khrushchev faction and the anti-Khrushchev faction.
So Khrushchev is using the KGB, and Volgin and the anti-Khrushchev forces are using the GRU?
That's the idea. The two factions are fighting over Sokolov. We're in an extremely dangerous situation here.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Get Sokolov out of there safely. He must not be turned over to the KGB or to the GRU. Sokolov took off in the direction of the rope bridge. Get after him. Hurry!
Okay, so I'll head back. Head back the way we came. It'd be interesting to see how long... Yeah, so I said before, the demo theater in the game shows all the cutscenes in the game, and that's like 5 hours. So I wonder if you just included all these calls, how long the game would be. Of just, you know, talking, no gameplay. still, I mean, some of the stuff's pretty interesting or funny. Hoping I can get the turd missile codec call later on in the game. Forget when I can trigger that though.
You okay? Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best crew has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished!
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
That's what they were making you build?
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBMs.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain?
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo. Is that thing finished?
No. This is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2?
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war?
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go. Boss?
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Bees! Not the bees!
Hornets!
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more. Welcome back, boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself. It's raining blood. Is he crying?
Spooky.
Kuwabara, Kuwabara. Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
He's seen my face. We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished. He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
The new blood has been rejected. Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
Oh yeah. Painful.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah. Just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button.
Mm-hmm.
If you select cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical treatment using the weapon window button. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone, and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen.
How does she know?
They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left stick to select the medical item, and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely. Understood?
Yeah.
Stay with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
Okay, here we go. Tactical espionage action. Yeah. Anyway, you got that red area on the health bar. Means I would not be able to fully heal till I cure my stuff, and this gets to be a pain at some points in the game if you're getting shot at a lot, because you have to keep going back into the menu fixing stuff, and it'll give you just a brief overview of what's going on. You don't even have to apply things in a specific order. What is this? Serum, venom poisoning, food poisoning, cold medicine, digestive. So none of that. It's like suffering from a deep cut. Like I could put on a bandage, I think, before applying the sutures. Like disinfect. So I could be like, hey, it's bandage time, I think. Like, oh, let's put on a bandage. And let's put on some disinfectant, and then let's put a suture on and just really get that bandage applied to the skin. And what else? Styptic. Yeah, let's put that on the bandage too. Yeah, so I wish there was some kind of just auto cure feature. Wait, what is this? What the hell is broken bone? Splint? Splint? Bandage. Uh-huh. Tactical. There we go. Now we're feeling all better. Well, not quite. Here we go.
Good job, Snake.
Mm-hmm.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
Get the big boy.
Shagohod.
Excellent. A great success. Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death?
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel, even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American Defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
Oh boy. Okay. I'll just save whenever. I guess this is the intro video. We'll watch it again.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill, I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you'll feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive. For the day we see new light, I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
Okay. More cutscenes.
Currently flying over the Arctic Ocean, altitude 30,000 feet, approaching Soviet airspace. Arriving at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad. So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you, too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No. This fox is still one step ahead of the hounds. The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban. This morning, I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
President Johnson?
Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB 754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard then. The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Volgin? Of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the Boss? The mother of your special forces?
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The Boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells?
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. But serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the Boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The Army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence?
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little co-action?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week, and if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal, huh?
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the boss ourselves will prove America's innocence?
Right. The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
Are the Russians going to be helping us?
The KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
There was a defection in September 1960. Do you remember it?
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Volgin's ranks. We've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet. It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time. Rescue Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Eliminate the boss.
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the Colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Oh, must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
All right, then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
From square 0. My frequency is 140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her last chance, too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate. Her frequency is the same as during the Virtuous mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96. And there's one more person on your support team. His name is Mr. Sigint. He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How will I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, "Who are the Patriots?" and Lali Lule Lo.
Lali Lule Lo. Gotcha.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent, to the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
All right. Well, I swear at least half of this stream must have just been cutscenes so far. So yeah, we're back here now. We've got our new cure section here. Also, let me see here. So yeah, you can go to the viewer and go to Can you see his pee-pee? No, just a bulge. You can check out the medical history too. Cut, broken bone. Food history too. It'll keep track of that throughout the game. Let's see, camouflage, and I forgot. Let me see here. I guess it's not available in this. Here, hold on. Once you beat the game once, you'll have access to a bunch of different camouflages that were around for the subsistence version of the game back in the day that were actually downloadable. And they're mainly cosmetic, but things like Santa outfit, and it's really just different colors of the same thing here. It's not fluffy, furry Santa outfit, but anyway, let's see. So we're kind of gonna do like we did before, just DPM there, woodland. Now we got a handsome snake beard now. Handsome snake beard and a bandana. And I think, let me see, I think Snake's health improves throughout the game as you beat bosses, but I can't remember. Yeah, before. Oh, see, it's spooky at night here. You can hear the animals. You can hear that rustling. Do I even have my snake anymore? Let's see what we got. So we got this stuff that it put this trash back in there from before. I don't want it. And then over here, like the 1911. I don't want the directional mic. Let's see. Oh wait, hold on. It doesn't. I was thinking about the thermal goggles that we had before. I guess we do have to get that stuff again. Looks like we don't have our trank gun anymore. I forget where you can pick it up again. 1911 here. Like, you don't want to be using that without any kind of suppressor. Let's get us some food just in case. Wait, hold on. What's our... Yeah. Hell am I? Yeah, definitely want to keep an eye out. I don't know where the thermal goggles are, and it's one of my favorite boss fights later on in the end. And the thermal goggles make it a lot easier. I don't know if I want that fight to be easier. I might just try out that fight without the thermal goggles. And another thing I think may be missing from this version of the game is dual mode, which allows you to go back and fight the bosses. Just select them from a menu. Yeah, I don't think I recall seeing that available in the menu. Check it out later, but yeah, what the hell is that? Get it! Some sort of fucking squirrel. What? What the fuck? What is that? Get down here! hell is that? Squirrel. Flying squirrel. A Japanese flying squirrel. Taste unknown for now. Hold on, let me... So I know like I know I can equip that. Alright. But I don't know if you have to have something equipped to have paramedic talk about it. I don't think so. Let's see. Oh, and we can talk to Sigint too. Let me see. I want to talk about that flying squirrel.
Paramedic.
Snake, it's so good to hear from you again.
Same here. It's been a week, hasn't it?
4 days, actually.
Huh?
I visited you in the hospital. You were still unconscious, though.
Then you must have seen me naked.
Yeah, but you were all wrapped up in bandages and tubes, so I couldn't do anything but look.
Better luck next time.
Let's hope so. But seriously, don't forget that you were like that until just yesterday. In fact, you really shouldn't even be on this mission. Keep an eye on your stamina gauge. If you start to run low, don't push yourself. Eat something to replenish your stamina. And try not to get yourself hurt. If you're wounded or get bitten by a venomous animal, go into the survival viewer immediately and treat yourself using Cure.
Yeah. I can see you still know how to nag.
You're welcome. And I can see you still don't know when to keep your mouth shut.
Maybe so. By the way, I heard you're going to lose your medical license if this mission fails.
Yes, there was talk of that, but the mission won't fail, will it?
Of course not.
Good. I believe in you. But you know what? I really don't care about my medical license.
Didn't they use that to force you to participate in this operation?
No, I volunteered.
Why?
So that I could watch over you.
Huh.
Snake, you're the best agent I've ever seen. But you push yourself too hard. You're reckless. Someone has to stop you from getting into trouble, to make sure you and the boss don't kill each other. So that's why I volunteered. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better guardian angel than me, right?
Thanks.
Stop right there.
Huh?
You can thank me when you get back.
All right.
Give me that flying squirrel talk.
Snake, unlike the Virtuous mission, this is a night operation. You'll be encountering nocturnal animals that you didn't encounter your last mission. Some of them are venomous, like the king cobra, so be careful. If you get bitten by a venomous animal, the poison will spread through your body and rapidly drain your life gauge. If that's the case, go into the cure screen and survival viewer immediately and inject yourself with serum. Got it? I see you caught yourself a Japanese flying squirrel. Japanese flying squirrels are non-venomous, and they shouldn't attack you. The head, front legs, hind legs, and tail of the Japanese flying squirrel are connected by a membrane of skin, which allows the squirrel to glide from tree to tree. It says here that if it catches a good wind, it can fly more than 100 yards.
Yeah, I had a hard time catching one.
So, aren't you going to ask me?
You know it. How does it taste?
Not sure.
Not sure.
The guy doesn't say anything about it.
Why not?
Gee, maybe it's because no one would ever think of eating a flying squirrel.
Then I must be the first one.
Maybe you are.
Yeah, we'll give that thing a quick bite in a bit. Check out Sigint.
Yo! You're Snake, aren't you?
And you're Sigint?
None other.
I heard that you're an expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Close.
Huh?
I am the expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Ah.
I'm the guy that designed your trank gun, active sonar, and motion detector. If you want to know anything about weapons or equipment you find in the field, just send me a message and ask. Later.
Yeah.
Sounds like the Cobra Unit's members' names came from the specific emotions they each carry into battle.
Emotions?
Yeah. For unbearable torment, the pain. For true oblivion, the end. For infinite rage, the fury. For absolute terror, the fear. And for unsurpassed bliss, the joy.
The joy?
It's another name for the boss, because of the joy she feels in battle, I suppose.
Ah.
During the war, she had a partner named the Sorrow. Sorrow and joy. They say there couldn't have been a more perfect pair.
One more.
The Davy Crockett's that the boss took with her when she defected are mortars that fire nuclear warheads. They're named after Davy Crockett, the hero who died defending the Alamo in the Texan War of Independence.
Remember the Alamo.
That's right. The warheads are equivalent to between 10 and 20 tons of TNT. Every building within 150 yards of the hypocenter is completely obliterated. But the warheads the boss had with her were some kind of experimental super bomb, so they're actually even more powerful than that. I don't even want to think about what happened if she used it again. Snake, you know what you have to do.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Just got our flying squirrel nuggets we can eat later. Let's move on. Try not to kill too many people. Like I said, the bosses I want to do non-lethal. I just completely forget how you get a hold of the how you get a hold of the trank gun. Let's see here. Probably some poisonous snakes too. It's a lot easier to kind of hard to tell them apart. I know, like, there's a bunch of places. I think there's 64 tiny frogs, like little frog toys, hidden around the game. And I think if you hit them all, you get the stealth module, like to carry over here. I've never done that before. Horse time. I can eat some horse.
Looks like death wasn't ready for you yet.
Boss.
That arm still hurt?
What are you doing here?
Go home. Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead. You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
Boss!
I'm not your boss anymore. There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss. There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America. should stir things up a bit. You'd better hurry.
Ooh, it's that dude.
The border is 60 miles south of here. You ought to be able to run that far.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings? You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later you'll have to choose. I don't expect you to forgive me. But you can't defeat me either. You know me too well. Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long. If we meet again, I'll kill you. Now, go home.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know. But what was the boss doing here in the first place? There's got to be a leak somewhere.
No, that's impossible. The man the boss is working with, Volgin, isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun. The boss destroyed it.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. That she'd double-cross us like this. But that's how it is, and if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to beat her.
That's not the problem. In terms of sheer technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where Adam is waiting. Scouts have probably already been sent out to investigate the explosion. You've lost your weapon, right? That means you've got no chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
We got this flying squirrel. I don't get why he doesn't just put the gun back together. All she did was take the slide off. Put it back on. Also, where is... Oh, shit.
What's this?
Nothing.
HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here.
Okay.
We have evidence of an enemy intruder. Commence alert formation.
Okay, so you got these two dudes over here.
Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
Oh. And I don't... just want to check out their patrol. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll just wait for the caution to die down. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'll just crawl. That's some pretty good camo. 85%. Just kind of worm our way. Well, now it really just changes depending on what I'm crawling over. Once I get down into the grass, like, let me... yeah. Make our way on through the grass, and hopefully no one... Wait, what the... Nothing. Shh. It's your friend Flying Squirrel.
Huh?
Yes.
What's that sound?
It's just Flying Squirrel. Shit! Fuck! Wait, I don't know what I'm doing. Fuck! Don't mind me. Don't mind me. No. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Ah, shit. Got the fucking controls. Damn it. Get back. Fucker. Wait. Inside. Damn it. What? Oh no. Shit. That's fine. This is correct. This is correct. I just wanted to show you what it would be like if I did that.
Snake! What happened? Snake! Snake!
Nah, it's fine. And if you let the time go by, eventually it'll say, so you have like this, I don't know, you got like a minute to hit continue. Otherwise this will turn into time paradox. I forget what happens after that. I think it just takes you back to the main menu, maybe? Anyway, whatever. Yeah, continue, it'll... Wait, hold on. So this should be right before where the... Yeah, right.
What's this?
Right before where these guys come in.
HQ.
The reason why I went off onto that side area...
We have evidence of an enemy intruder. Commence alert formation.
Was because I just wanted to check for just sneak on by like I did before. Hopefully these assholes don't turn around. Yeah, I just wanted to check that area on the side for any items. And I almost got away with it too. Well, be a little more careful this time. MGS3 Grass Eater. Yes. It's tough to see through the grass and see if there's anyone ahead. Like... from first person. Getting my bearings, see where I was. Actually, you know what? I wonder if I left the thermal goggles like in the first part of the game, if they pop up later. In that same area, which was actually back... I think I'm in the same area as before, right? Maybe. Which would be like here, like this middle area. Because I kind of wanted to go back there and check that out. After this caution sign's up though, I think. After the caution's up, I think people go back to their normal patrols. And I'm concerned, because I forget where... Fuck. It's nobody. I mean, I've got like 90% camo rating, so... Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Just 2 more seconds. Well.
There's nobody here.
Good. Oh, fuck me.
Huh? This is HQ.
What if I...
Anybody there? Huh?
I just hit him with the fucking flying squirrel. Oh.
Who's that?
Nobody. Fuck you. Oh shit. Whoops, hold on. Sorry. Just kill everybody. Shh. Shh. Wait, hold on. That guy's knocked out. Sorry. So if I just hold him lightly here. Hold on. I think I should be able to pick him up. Alright. So the fact the alert's going down kind of slow means there should be someone. Yeah, that guy. What the hell is that thing? What the hell is this? Fruit? Shit! I see you too. Goodbye. Wow. I wonder if Yeah, he doesn't care about his dead friend. Ow. Shit, hold on. Stop it. Stop it. I know I'm bad at this, but stay down. There we go. Oh, wait. Damn it. That's why you don't want to get caught too often. Goodbye. And you can see I gotta heal myself at some point. I think. Yeah, the music's going down. Music's calming down a little bit, so maybe there's one other person in the area. Nope. And that should be the last one, hopefully. Yeah, I mean that's always the alternative. And oh wait, hold on, these guys are both about to wake up. Let me just. Stop it! I'm trying to explore. Jeez. I think wounds actually heal over time if you just don't cure them. It's very slow. So what do we got? We got no problem. Just got a gunshot in our Johnson here. What do we get? Bleeding. No problem. Just a little styptic and disinfectant. No problem. Really? Let me put a bandage. Just walking around with some holes in me. That's fine. So, yeah, where was I? Where am I? Back to the map and what I was trying to get to in the beginning. I guess this is a bit different than that area that had the... Wait, so the thermal goggles were originally here. They were in this, and that's what I was trying to check out. But instead I just went on a rampage and killed everybody in the area. That's fine too. That's just fine. Still kind of getting used to the controls. Okay, so we're back here again. And shut up. All you gotta do is, let's see here. I got my knife equipped.
I'm just seeing things.
He is just seeing things. Look at that. It's no problem. No problem. No problem. So I'm thinking I can just sneak. Which...
Huh?
Shit. So how... Whoops. Because there's gonna be, I think, some guys coming across the bridge soon. Keep forgetting how firmly you hold down the circle. Let me see if I can actually... Can I dump him over the edge? Is he dumpable? Okay. Big dumpy. Okay, so that's taken care of there. Just want to see if there's anything else up here. And then let's take a little peeky. Alright, so we got some crap down here. It just looks like maybe... Uh-oh. What is that? I think, too, that you can cut the rope to the bridge. Okay, so there's one guy there that I can see. I don't know if he goes around. Looks like he's just kind of patrolling around that area. And I'd like to get down there. Once I get crossed. So I would have to take him out at some point. And he would probably see me if I just stormed across the bridge. So we'll do this. Just do a little bridge crawling action. This spooky bridge. It's wobbling. And hopefully nobody comes this way. If they do, we can hang over the side until they pass. But knowing me, I would probably get confused and drop over the side of the bridge for hitting the wrong button. Now it looks like there's just one guy in this area. Right there. And I wonder if I can just like move real slow. Like sneak up on his ass. Kill him.
Huh?
Die. That's no problem. Hey, kill everybody. You don't have to worry about him coming back and spooking you later. But once I've got the trank gun though, life med, uniform raindrop, and smoke grenade. See, I want to get as many of the uniforms as I can. Hopefully no one's gonna come this way. Okay. I think we're pretty close to... Let's... Hold on, where the hell are we? Is this where we were before with the factory? Yeah. No soldiers here right now. I don't think so. So yeah, we'll head into the factory here in a second. I just want to take a peek around, see if there's any items I can get, because I know there's going to be a kind of a boss fight popping up here shortly. Got this gate closing us off from leaving the area. So what do we get here? Bug juice. What the hell is the bug juice anyway? I keep seeing that. Keep seeing the bug juice. What? Hold on. What is that? No, hold on. What's bug juice? Bug repellent. Keeps away hornets and leeches. And then life medicine. Well, it's just kind of like a ration. And I think that's only available up through normal difficulty. Maybe? Oh wait, hold on. Is this... There we go. Zombie face. I don't know if I'm going to switch to that, but it is one of the cooler face masks. I'll switch it up later. I kind of like this outfit. And just want to check up here real quick. Oh, what the hell is that? Oh, there's some stuff down there. Oh shit! Oh, damn it! No, I don't want to. I mean, that's where we need to go, but like right now, I'm just. Can I? Oh, I could just do this. Oh, cardboard box, a staple of the series. Wait, hold on. Cardboard box, to the weapons lab. And these you can actually use to transport yourself. I forget where you have to be though. I think it's at certain locations. Like you can't just be out in the middle of nowhere. Let's see here. You can get some feedback from the others in your box.
I see you've caught a king cobra.
Did I?
The king cobra is the world's largest venomous snake.
Ugh.
Its large size means that it has a lot of venom to inject. One bite is supposedly enough to kill an elephant. And it's extremely vicious as well, so watch out. If you get bitten by a king cobra and injected with venom, your life will start to decrease rapidly. As soon as you're bitten, go into the survival viewer and use Cure to give yourself a serum injection. The king cobra's diet consists mostly of other snakes. Be careful, or you might end up as its next meal.
Got it. So...
What? How does it taste?
Yep.
Ugh. It seems you're the one whose diet consists of other snakes.
You're making me blush.
The guide says they taste just fine. Ugh.
Yeah, I thought I caught a python. Anyway, I guess I'm glad I killed it then.
When you're bitten by a venomous animal such as a snake or a spider, or hit by a poisoned arrow, the poison will start to affect your body. Your life will decrease with each passing minute, so cure the poison as soon as possible. To cure poison, go into Cure in the survival viewer and inject yourself with a dose of serum. You can get serum from enemies. Either hold them up or shake their bodies down after you defeat them. I'm pretty sure you can also get serum by capturing the rabbits that live in that area. Snake, there are rats living in that area. The rats in that area are the descendants of wild Norway rats that were domesticated by humans as pets and lab animals. They're not poisonous, and I don't think they'll attack you, but they're quick little creatures, so you might have a hard time catching one.
Uh-huh. So how do they taste?
Snake,
What?
they're rats.
I know what they are. Do they taste okay?
The guide says they're not that bad.
Good enough for me.
Ugh. I see you have a calorie mate.
Calorie mate?
The thing you're holding now?
Oh, the little block that looks like a cookie?
Try it, it's pretty good.
Okay. But what is this thing? Never seen anything like it.
Calorie Mate is an energy supplement that contains all the proteins, lipids, vitamins, carbohydrates, and minerals needed for a balanced diet. It's a well-balanced food. Because of that, it's just perfect for giving your body the nutrition it needs in combat.
It sounds like a space-age food.
Real astronaut food is not very good, but that should taste fine.
Yeah, and it'll help balance out all this jungle food I'm eating.
It's easy and quick to eat, so it's perfect when you're running late for an important mission in the morning.
I've never been late for a mission.
Really? Aren't you always keeping people waiting?
Huh?
It's easy to keep track of your calorie intake and receive the nutrition your body needs, so it's good for losing weight, too. All of the geisha girls in Japan use it for watching their calories.
Is that why they're all so slim?
Right. And any diet where you eat nothing at all is bad for the body.
I see. You seem to know a lot about Japan, don't you?
Yes, I love Japan.
Talk about the box.
Snake, unlike the virtuous mission, this is a night operation. You'll be encountering nocturnal animals that you didn't encounter your last mission. Some of them are venomous, like the king cobra, so be careful.
Did this one earlier. I know Sagan will talk about the box, but I'm pretty sure Paramedic does too.
That area is home to the Sunda whistling thrush. The Sunda whistling thrush is a bird native to Java and Sumatra. It's distinguished by its large blue body and long beak. It really stands out in the forest. If you're aiming to catch one alive, use the tranquilizer gun.
Got it. So...
How does it taste?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know?
The guide doesn't say. I guess there's no reason you couldn't eat them.
Oh, I see.
But it's nice and plump, so I'm sure it'd make a hearty meal.
That's a good point.
Oh, that's a good point. Ah.
That area is home to the...
Heard it.
Snake, unlike...
I'm pretty sure.
Snake.
Shoot. One more try.
When you get shot, you'll sometimes suffer a gunshot wound.
Yeah.
The chance of suffering a serious injury is especially high at close range. When you have a gunshot wound, your maximum life will decrease depending on its severity. Gunshot wounds will heal naturally over time, but if you want it to heal faster, go into Cure in the survival viewer and treat it. To treat a gunshot wound, you need to dig out the bullet with your knife, disinfect the wound, and apply styptic. Then wrap it in a bandage. When all that's finished, the gunshot wound will be fully healed.
Well, that was new.
Snake. That area...
Yeah. We'll just move on to Sagan.
Snake, what are you doing?
I'm in a box.
A cardboard box? Why are you...
I don't know. I was just looking at it, and suddenly I got this irresistible urge to get inside. No, not just an urge. More than that. It was my destiny to be here. In the box.
Destiny?
Yeah. And then when I put it on, I suddenly got this feeling of inner peace. I can't put it into words. I feel safe. Like this is where I was meant to be. Like I'd found the key to true happiness.
Uh-huh.
Does any of that make sense?
Not even a little.
You should come inside the box. Then you'll know what I mean.
Man, I don't want to know what you mean. Between you and Paramedic, is everyone but me that is hooked up with a Major Strange? Yeah, well, anyway, I suppose even that dumbass box might make a decent disguise if you wear it inside a building.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why it's fun to check out all the codec calls, especially SIGINT.
So, you're wearing woodland face paint. The woodland paint is most effective in forest environments. It'll work best if you use it when infiltrating forest areas.
Just check out what Zero has to say quick.
You've arrived at the factory, I see.
Yeah, now to meet up with this Adam guy.
Good. Go to it.
So where is he?
We weren't given an exact location.
How about a time?
Nothing was specified.
A physical description?
I'm not sure.
How am I supposed to find him then?
You won't need to.
Huh?
He'll find you. Why don't you try the room to the northeast where you met Sokolov? Adam might be in there.
Yeah. All right. Let's get the show on the road. Wait, hold on. Can I? Box vision. Oh yeah. Trying to get a view on this sad man inside the box. Anyway. Mine detector. Makes sound upon detection of claymores on the ground. Well, the claymores are above the ground. I don't think there's any kind of mine that is below the surface. So let me check out what's going on over here. 2 for any items before we move on. Just one more area up here. Yeah. AK-47. I think we're good to go. Good to go. I don't think you can get in these lockers, can you? Because I know in the other games, like you can like beat up the locker and the door will fall off. Actually, hold on. Is there... There's nothing going on here. Whatever. Here we go.
Sorry I'm late.
Cut the engine. They'll hear us.
Are you the agent they sent?
Are you Adam? I thought you were supposed to be a man.
Adam couldn't make it.
All right, say the password. Who are the Patriots? Who are the Patriots? Answer me! Trapped.
Don't! There is your answer.
Booba?
The
Oh,
name's
mama. Hmm.
This wasn't part of the plan. What happened to Adam?
What's your code name?
It's Snake.
Snake, huh? Well, I'm Eva. Are you here to tempt me?
What happened to Adam?
Colonel Volgan is a very suspicious man. He decided Adam wasn't the right person for this mission.
And you were.
Yes,
Why?
because I can do things he can't.
I heard you used to be a codebreaker for the NSA.
I was. 4 years ago, I defected to the Soviet Union with Adam.
Mauser military. The broom handle.
It packs quite a punch. Nice to have when you're on a bike.
You held it sideways and used the muzzle jump to create a horizontal sweep. That was impressive.
Bet you've never seen that technique in the West.
It's imitation, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a Chinese Type 17 pistol. Around here, even that's hard to come by. Don't worry, though. The one I've got for you is American-made.
.45, huh? Incredible.
Do you like it?
The feeding ramp is polished to a mirror sheen. The slide's been reinforced, and the interlock with the frame is tightened for added precision. The sight system is original too. The thumb safety is extended to make it easier on the finger. A long type trigger with non-slip grooves. A ring hammer. The base of the trigger guard's been filed down for a higher grip. And not only that, nearly every part of this gun has been expertly crafted and customized. Where'd you get something like this?
I grabbed it from a Western munitions armory. It probably used to belong to one of your officers, and there are more where that came from. You had this with you, didn't you? Better take this too.
What's that?
A disguise to make you look like a scientist.
A disguise?
Yes. You're here to rescue Sokolov, right?
Sokolov's still safe then?
Yes. He's being forced to continue his work on the Shagohod.
Where?
At the lab. They've got a whole army of scientists there developing new weapons. Security is tight, but if you disguise yourself as a scientist, you might be able to sneak in.
Can we get Sokolov out of there?
We'll see, won't we?
Tell me how to get to the lab.
The safest way in is from the rear. First, you'll need to head north through the jungle. You'll come to a heliport used for shipping materials. pass the heliport and continue north, and there will be a large crevice. Descend into that area, and you'll reach a cave. Move through the cave, and you will arrive at a mangrove swamp. After the swamp, there'll be a warehouse. Make your way through the warehouse, and you'll come out just south of the lab.
Got it.
And just what are you doing there?
In close-range combat, a knife can sometimes be more useful than a gun. By doing this, I'll be able to hold a knife at the same time and still keep the gun steady. That way, I can instantly switch between a gun battle and a knife fight. Right, let's get going.
Wait a minute.
What now?
You must be tired. Why don't you take a little rest?
I'll be fine.
You'll never make it in your condition. It's a jungle out there. There's still an hour before dawn. It's dangerous to be out in the jungle at night without a guide.
What about you?
I have to get back. I can't be gone for too long. They'll start to suspect something. Don't worry. I'll keep you updated over the radio.
That's it?
My orders are to provide you with information, nothing more. You look disappointed. All right, then. I'll do something special for you. I'll stand watch until dawn. Now be a good boy and lie down. What's the matter?
I don't know you well enough to trust you.
How well do you have to know me to trust me?
I don't know if I can trust anybody.
Gonna get that?
She's right, Snake. You should get some sleep. Although in your condition, you really ought to be back in the ICU. Whenever you save the game and quit, you'll go to sleep. Sleeping allows you to gain back stamina naturally. Depending on how long you sleep, you may also recover naturally from sickness and injury. When you're tired or hurt, the best thing to do is just get some sleep. So do yourself a favor and take a nap. Doctor's orders, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. And actually, I think we can get through this. Before I have to take off. Kojima! Making use of all the R1 throughout the game.
What's the matter?
We're surrounded. I see 4 of them.
We've got company. It's the Ocelot unit.
Even now he's looking at the booba.
Hurry. Don't forget your gear. Here, give me a hand. can use this to get to the basement. Damn it! Ocelot. I'll get past them on my bike. I'll call you later.
Okay, I'll keep them busy. Huh?
Don't go dying on me now.
PS3 is howling. Okay, so let's get the hell out of here. How do I? There we go. Good. So if, let's see, 1911, and I think we have in our backpack, I think she gave us the, yeah, the trank gun. So we've got that. I just want to unequip the 1911. King Cobra. Yeah, we should be good to go. If I remember right, this fight's a little bit different than just your standard fight. Like, so we have to knock out 8 of those guys. You can see them right there. Ow! The hell are they shooting at? Anyway, I think if I knock them out with a trank dart, I don't think they can come back. I mean, I think they're effectively dead. Like, I think that's a person right there.
Where did that come from?
What are you talking about? Like, so this guy. Jeez, 3 of them? One, 2, and then I wonder if I can.
Just my imagination.
Oh. 3? Did I get 3? Normally, if an enemy was passed out from the trank dart, and another enemy came across them, they would wake their comrade up. But I don't believe that's the case here. So, enemy went down to 5, so we got 3 of them now. I think we could just hang out here under this building for the most part. Let's see here. Oh, missed opportunity. Where's my? Yes, there's 3 guys passed out on the ground here. He's not. Yeah, there's. Hold on. Yeah, stuck in evasion mode. So they're on high alert. Just take another peek out here. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, man. Almost got him. If he just wouldn't have moved. Yeah, because all I gotta do is hit him in pretty much anywhere with the trank dart. Then they're down for the rest of the fight. As soon as I get maybe another 2. So I think I got 1 there. As soon as I get the enemy down to 2, I'll go ahead and get up from my position here. Should be able to shoot through the screen here, even though I think I remember, like, it will visually look like your shot is being stopped. So let's see here. So like it looks like your shot's being stopped by the grate, but it should have actually gone through. Well, just wait a couple seconds. Yeah, there you go. We're down to 3. I'll kind of stick to the grass just because my camo. I don't want to switch up the camo. I'm too lazy to keep going back in. I think there is one guy on the roof. Let me go around the side here. Yeah, so hold on, let me. Oh. Got him. I think that was the only guy up on the roof, though. And there should be maybe like. Be careful here. I don't want to. Because I always end up missing these. Oh shit! There's one behind me. Get back here. Okay. Just give it a second. And then it should just be one more. And I think I see him. Is that a guy? No, it's not. He must be over here. I mean, it's not like it's a big deal if I get an alert. I just would prefer not to be shot at. Yeah, so I can see him there. Let's see here. Did I get him? Here we go. And now, yeah, these guys will never wake up, but I don't think they carry anything. Oh, they do. Well, shit, it's time to harvest then. I thought, yeah, absolutely. I'm just gonna go around. Let's see. So there was that guy there. Should be 8 dudes total. There was like 3 right around this area, wasn't it? There's this smoke grenade. Oh, so this is where those 3 guys were, apparently. Where was I peeking from, though? Weird. Because I thought there were 3 guys in a grassy area. Battery. Oh, I remember. Battery. So, well, you would see it on if I had the thermal goggles. I think it just restores my battery. So there's no suppressor. Let's get this guy too. Suture kit. Another battery. And go back in here because I thought I could have sworn, like, if I go, where was it? Like, I could have sworn that the thermal thing was in here. Not like, the hell's in here? Is that it? There we go. There we go. Yeah, just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss that. Because if you suck at the game, like myself, like I was showing earlier, it's helps quite a bit. Also the battery power. Let's see, it says 2 out of 3. So I guess when it hits 0, it just restores all of my battery power. Oh, ramen noodles, those are the best. Oh, I guess I can't get the... If it's make a move on, then I can't get that other guy. She's killing all my guys after I put them to sleep.
I've been waiting for this moment. That's it. That's the stance. I don't think so. What?
Booba.
A female spy? This bitch is wearing perfume. Stay where you are. I've had enough of your judo.
I see you've got yourself a single-action army.
That's right. There'll be no accidents this time.
You call that an accident? Well, it wouldn't have happened if you hadn't been showing off.
What did you say?
It's a nice gun, I'll give you that. But the engraving gives you no tactical advantage whatsoever. Unless you were planning to auction it off as a collector's item. And you're forgetting one more very basic thing. You don't have what it takes to kill me.
We'll see.
Ouch.
That thing only carries 6 shots. The Makarov carries 8. You have to get a feel for how many you have left. This is a high-class weapon. It's not meant for shooting people.
Damn! This isn't over yet.
Don't.
Why?
He's still young.
You'll regret stopping me. Damn it! I've got to get that back before he does.
I think all of the guys that were knocked out just disappeared. Including Ocelot? Yeah, I think we're just in an empty area. Well, before we take off,
Not so great.
Aww. We'll go ahead and save. Wrap it up for the day.
You want to save?
Mm-hmm. All right.
Snake, have you heard of It Came from Outer Space?
Yeah, you told me already.
So this astronomer sees a meteor, but it's really an alien spaceship, right? And the aliens start replacing the townspeople with clones and forcing them to help repair the ship. The 3D effects were quite realistic.
I've got all the real I can handle here in the jungle.
No, you don't get it. Precisely because it's realistic, with the images jumping out of the screen at you, it makes for a nice escape from reality. I have to admit it made my eyes tired, but it was really intense. Unfortunately, they don't make very many of those movies anymore.
When did it come out?
I was still in college, so probably about 10 years ago.
Guess I'm out of luck then.
You know, they're coming out with household versions of video cassette recorders. One day you'll be able to see old movies anytime you want. It'll be like having a movie theater in your own home.
Really?
It's like if you had a record with movie film etched onto it instead of music. It'll work the same way.
You're kidding.
No, really. And someday they might make movies where you control the characters yourself.
Sounds like magic.
It'll happen. Make sure you stay alive to see it, Snake.
Alright, well, that'll do it for me today. Thanks for hanging with me. I will keep at this until we finish, so it'll be on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Based on my previous playthroughs, it'll probably take me something like 16 to 20 hours. So another 3-4 streams, I think. So anyway, I will let you go. It is burning up in this room. Gotta turn on the AC. Anyway, I will see you all on Saturday. Alright, have a good one. Bye.